I think a red flag that's not talked about enough is men who boo-hoo cry at their weddings. Why are you crying that hard? Like, all that tells me is that you did some shady stuff during the whole relationship and you literally cannot believe that this girl is still choosing to marry you. That's all that tells me.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now, it's the right time, it's the right sound, right now, till the whole pipe down, till the nigga pipe down,
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy ReclaimYourThrone coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne. Wow, so I had to mute it there because of the music, but this guy's card declined, and instead of coming to him in confidence, instead of coming to him with some type of discretion, they proceed to make fun of him, and the cocktail waitresses are all on it and all into it, and you know, maybe even some men behind the bar are all into it, and they are embarrassing this brother who got a section for him and his friends this weekend. You know, I continue to say over and over again, women love embarrassing men on social media. And notice how there is a phone out ready to record this incident. That is because they don't really care about men's mental health. This guy could be, you know, hurt by this for the rest of his life. And then he's going to feel some type of way about maybe the people involved or, you know, the cocktail waitresses or whatever. It just is not good to do something like this. And it's not professional either, okay? If you have a card that declines, then professionalism would tell you that, you know, you want to make sure that you let this person know and maybe try another card or try another payment method, because there are other ways to pay for things than with a card. But instead, they chose the path of embarrassment, especially because it was a man. I'm sure if it was a woman whose card declined, they wouldn't have done this. But again, you know, we know that women don't pay for sections like that, and they're not paying for drinks out here in the club. So I just find this, you know, in poor taste. And I think that he should probably leave some type of Yelp or Google review, do something to get his pound of flesh back for this embarrassing video, because it's extremely unprofessional for the establishment to do this to one of their paying customers, since, as you guys can see, he tried to pay for the section, right? Or he did pay for the section, but he couldn't afford the drinks, or maybe his card declined, or maybe he was traveling. Who knows? But they didn't have to do him like this. Absolutely insane. But like I told you guys, women love embarrassing men on social media. And you see, this is a perfect example for them to get out their hatred of men. And what more can you do to belittle a man than to say, hey, you know, your pockets are short, or your D is small, or you're gay?
I think a red flag that's not talked about enough is men who boo-hoo cry at their weddings. Why are you crying that hard? Like, all that tells me is that you did some shady stuff during the whole relationship and you literally cannot believe that this girl is still choosing to marry you. That's all that tells me. I think a red flag that's...
So, as you guys can see, the woman says that a red flag is a man who cries or boo-hoo cries at his wedding. I'm telling you guys, they keep stabbing themselves in their own foot. Guys, how many times do women say on YouTube, online, men need to be more vulnerable. Men need to show their emotional side. They need to stop being toxically masculine. They need to share their emotions. But then when a man shares his love and affection for a woman, and unfortunately in this case, a black woman, right, she rejects it. That she is reading into and projecting as to why this man is boohoo, whining, crying like she claimed, okay? That just because a man cries at his wedding doesn't mean that he did something shiesty in the relationship. It just means that he really loves that woman and he's, crying tears of joy and really, committing to a long-term life with a woman that he fell in love with. But if you have this type of reaction, then you don't even have the mindset to be with somebody in the first place, because if you can't recognize a man's love for you through his, raw and uncensored emotions, then that's your fault. And I think that this mindset is how a lot of modern women, not just modern black women, but a lot of modern women in general, move off of. And it's got to stop. And like I said, this is another example of modern women love embarrassing men on social media, because that's where they're getting their content from. That's where they're getting their images from. That's where they're getting the imagery from. That's where they're getting their ideas from. And they see a video of a man crying, and then they go and make a TikTok and say, oh, it's a red flag if a man cries at his wedding. I mean, I guess being a man in general is a red flag, because we can't do anything right, apparently.
It's ridiculous that it's 4:36, and because I couldn't sleep around 2:30, I decided that I was gonna take a drive around Joburg just to declutter and figure out why I feel so sad. Acting on why I feel so fulfilled but also lonely at the same time. I'm fulfilled by the friendships that I have, the spaces that I go to, the things that I do. But when it comes to love or companionship, it just doesn't seem to be locating me. I keep having to set myself in and out of fear that he's coming and he might never come, because if my last reference of a proper relationship would be 7 years, it's ridiculous that things got to give. And if how hard I work, no matter how many things I achieve, it's the one thing I struggle with. I hate having to walk in at home and realize how empty it is. I hate having to sleep in bed and not feel warm. With the idea that all my emotions and thoughts I can only tell to my friend. Be 7 years ago.
All right, guys. So y'all saw the video there of a woman crying about her loneliness again online. And here's the thing. A lot of these women, they did it to themselves. They dug their own graves, man. Why is she lonely? Because you will not get with your level of attractiveness. That's pretty much it. You know, she's a decent looking woman, right? I mean, she's in shape, but it's not like she is super bad or anything like that. And I'm sure that she is looking over the Malcolms. Who are the Malcolms? The mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men. I 100% believe that she has had entanglements with the Thug Max Alpha Simp. Here is the real reason why you are single, because you only put yourself out there when it comes to a quick fling. A lot of these women are just sleeping around, and they're not requiring commitment from men in the dating space because they see these men as hookups, but maybe not husband material. But then when they run across the husband material, they're making him jump through hoops and doing unnecessary things that she did not make the other men do to smash the cheeks. You know, it's the same formula. And here's the thing. Those types of guys, they will jump through the hoops. But the fact that you can't hold on to those types of relationships where the man likes you more than you like him, then that just shows that it is you. She is the problem. She's saying that she's fulfilled by all these other things, and the only people she can really vent to and talk to are her friends. And that just shows that she wants a man. But how many times have women been saying, oh, I'm strong and independent, we're happy without y'all? Especially the black women to black men, they say, we're happy without y'all, we can do bad by ourselves, all this kind of stuff. So this is the result, as you guys can see. And I don't know if that pregnancy test was her saying that she is pregnant, but if she's a single mom on top of all of this stuff, I mean, it's going to be rough treading those waters in the dating market. I'm going to just tell you right now. But you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking DM with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.